You are now chilling with the Sips No Secrets podcast.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Ashley.
And this is Daysia.
Don't forget to grab your drinks while we uncover our 20-something years of life experiences.
I mean, it's in our title, Sips No Secrets. So let's bring on the buzz. What's going on, guys? Happy Thursday. Thirsty Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Yeah.
I forgot when you were saying that. I was like, what is she talking about?
The day.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, this didn't come out. But hello, good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you had a solid Wednesday evening and day. And yeah, let's just finish out this week with a little bang. And Ashley and I can make sure of that because you're listening to this episode.
Yep.
So how you been, Ashley? What's been going on with you?
I've been good. Trying to think. I feel like it's the same all the time. But
Nothing new?
I ate at Fuji's this weekend.
Ooh.
Actually, yesterday. And I went shopping. I went on a shopping spree. Oh my gosh.
Did you get that?
It's cool.
This jumpsuit that you're wearing?
Oh no.
Oh wait,
It's just a hoodie.
Oh, I
Or a
thought,
zip-up hoodie.
Yeah, I thought it was like one piece.
Oh, that'd be cool. But no, everything was on sale. We were at an outlet, so it's all good.
Oh.
It doesn't feel as bad.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I just been going to work and working out.
Which outlets did you go to?
The one in Vacaville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just because it's literally across the Nut Tree
Yeah.
Plaza.
Cool. So.
Oh, how are you, Daysia?
I'm good. I actually went to the chiropractor today. Yeah, I found a chiropractor out here that I really like.
Oh, wow.
So he was cool. He just adjusted me because I've been having a lot of like upper back pain and like it hurts to turn my head to the right or like, you know, do that kind of movement. And it was bothering me for a while. So I was like, all right, I think I should get adjusted. Like what made me really like, you know, jump the gun on going was because it would hurt to breathe, dude, or like take a deep breath.
Oh,
and I was like, okay, yeah, that's not good. So yeah, you know, I got lucky because usually for like, you know, if you're a newer patient or whatever, they usually have to schedule you out like weeks later, right?
Yeah.
But when I had called, the lady she forgot to ask if I was a new patient or not. So whatever, she was like, oh, we have some time today at 12, blah, blah, can you come in? I was like, yes, I can. And in my head, I was like, she didn't ask me for my insurance or, you know, all the basic information that you would need as a new patient, right?
Yeah.
So I like show up. Luckily, you know, they were able to see me and I got adjusted.
I'm glad you feel better in your bones.
Thank you.
I like your shirt, bag of bones.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. And then aside from that, just started doing some Uber Eats stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Or Uber Eats and then Instacart to make a little bit of cash for now until I find like a part-time job or whatever. So today, guys, we are drinking some tea.
Yep.
I'm still not very fancy when it comes to my teas in the sense of like, I know a lot of people put like lime milk or whatever in their teas. I don't know. I just like mine with a bag and some honey.
Oh, yeah. I just put the bag in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just drink it like that? Okay.
I just like, yeah, I haven't really ventured out into putting,
Anything.
like, I mean, I put honey like
Yeah.
before, but I don't really put honey that often.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'm kind of just lazy. That's kind of why.
And this time we have some honey, some raw honey, organic, and some honey pollen. This tea is, the brand is Numi. And the flavor is jasmine green.
Okay.
It's still kind of hot, but I think it's like good enough
Yeah.
to take a sip of. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Pink. Yeah, that's good. It's like at the
So
perfect temperature
good.
right now too, where it's not like it's too hot to where it's gonna like burn your tongue or your mouth, but
Yeah.
it's still like warm enough to make you sweat a bit. Because I'm like sweating now.
Yeah.
But all right, getting into the episode. Today we are going to debunk some women stereotypes. I was like watching a video the other day and it was from this YouTuber that I like to watch. His name is David Alvarez. And he did kind of like a spin-off of, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the channel Jubilee, but they somewhat like started this whole I wouldn't say trend, but they have like video topics like this. And the video was, do all men think alike or think the same? But anyways, from that video, I figured, oh, we should do one about women. And I know we're only 2 females and we can't speak for everyone, but I think it'd still be an interesting conversation to get, our opinion out there and kind of discuss. And hopefully you guys who are listening or watching us can chime in and give us your point of view on these questions. They're not really questions, but it's these statements. So the questions these statements that I pulled from multiple videos that I've seen people do this on, as well as different articles on the internet. So I think I made up a couple of them, but for majority of them I pulled from other places. But before we get into it, let's do a little warm-up question. So in your eyes, what does being ladylike mean to you?
Damn. This is a hard question because growing up, I've been told that's not very ladylike.
Right? Yeah.
So I guess the opposite of those times, like not burping out loud, being submissive, passive, just being out of guys' ways, pretty much. Not really.
What do you mean by like being out of guys' ways?
Because it was always my dad who would say that.
Like get out of his way?
Or like it was always guys who would say that's not ladylike to me. So like I guess not having like a different opinion than them, or well, for me, or
like always agreeing with them. You should
not having the other, or I don't know. It was always like hard for me to pretty much just express myself. So I guess ladylike would be like someone who just doesn't like bother men. I don't know.
Like kind of like, oh, get out the way.
Yeah.
You're in my way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because like, I've never heard ladylike be a positive thing.
Right.
I never say like, I never hype a girl or another lady up saying that's so ladylike.
Right.
Like, I mean, I guess we could now, but
yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't encourage it, because then again, it's like, what does like being ladylike mean? Because I feel like being ladylike has like the definition of it has stemmed from a place of where, of all those stereotypes of women, of how women should actually be, when it's like, no. But to kind of jump off of like your experience with being ladylike, you did mention there were a couple times when people like express like, oh, that's not very ladylike, Ashley. Can you remember a time or the last time you've been told that?
I don't know. It happens. I feel like sometimes it's a joke, but maybe there's some truth to it. It's like whenever I burp, or fart in front of like Carlo and his family. But like, yeah, that's pretty much. Okay. But then it's like random and like it doesn't really offend me. I just think it's funny.
Okay.
When they say it.
I was gonna say like, how do you feel when you're told that?
Oh, I feel like if a stranger told me that, I would take it the wrong way.
But since you know them, it's just like, oh, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't really care as much.
Yeah.
I've never experienced or recall a time when a stranger has said it to me, or like not a stranger, like not a family member.
Yeah, I think the same, because I feel like no one, unless you have like the real balls or you're very like just, I don't know, if you're just that type of person to like say to a stranger that's kind of interesting or like fucked up, like I think all the people that I've heard that from were from like friends and family as well.
What was the time, or the time that you recall you heard that last said to you?
Yeah, the time that I remember was like, I think I was like sitting in a car and then my legs were spread. Oh. And then my dad was like, dude, or like, they'd be like, dude, close your legs. It's not very ladylike. And I was like, what? I didn't get it.
I think that's happened to me too. Yeah. Like I was a woman spreading.
Woman spreading, yeah.
And that ladylike comment came up.
But in terms of like how I feel about it, I mean, back then I think I was it made me self-conscious about myself, and it always made me think like, oh, how do I be more girly? Or, because I was very tomboyish, right? And so like a lot of the things that I did felt like, oh, I'm not girly enough. Like no guy's gonna like me because I'm more of like a bro to them, you know. But it's just like naturally, I like being a homie, and like my personality is just like that. And yeah, again, also like I guess with the definition of like, oh, being more ladylike just didn't fit with how I perceived myself to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just felt self-conscious when I was younger, and hearing that from like the family and stuff.
I mean, how do you feel about it now? Like
now I don't really give a fuck.
Okay. I have a random question.
Okay.
Because there was just this one time, like at work, we'll have a meeting, and then I'll be sitting there, and I feel so uncomfortable. I feel like everyone's staring at me, and then like I don't know what to do with my legs. Like I can't spread them. So
wait, why can't you spread them?
I just feel weird spreading them. So I'll try to cross my legs, but I feel hella uncomfortable. I feel like I'm twisted.
Yeah.
So like if you're at work or something, like in that situation, would you just spread your legs?
Yeah. I mean, are you guys sitting at a table?
Probably.
Okay.
But then like there's open space. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Well, because like if you're not wearing like a skirt or anything.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If you're just wearing pants, I would still just spread them. Like
Shoot.
I don't know. I would rather be comfortable than uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, but the reason why I asked if there's like a table is because like you can do whatever if there's like a table.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Well, I was like turned to the side, and then I was like,
oh, you're gonna.
I do slouch a lot. Like that's like my comfortable way. But I'll notice like I'll have that mental check or whatever. Like, are my legs spread too far?
Oh, I see what you mean. All right. So we're going to get into it, y'all. Going to debunk some of these stereotypes, and we're going to see if, at least Ashley and I, as women, think the same. Because we can only speak for ourselves.
Yeah.
All right. So first question. Do you know how to change a tire?
I do.
How comfortable on a scale of 1 to 10 would you say?
I think 10.
Have you changed a tire before?
Yeah. I mean, it's heavy though. The wheel is heavy. I need someone to pull it out. I can't. I could tell them what to do.
Yeah.
If they don't know how to do it.
Right.
But like, I need help on that part. Like the strength, I can't.
Yeah.
Like twisting off the bolts. Like sometimes it's too tight.
Oh yeah.
Like I need help. How about you?
I do also know how to change the tire. I've changed like 2 before in like my life, and yeah, I mean it's simple enough, and like you said, it does take a lot of physical effort to do it, but I mean if it's just me or it's just us females, then we just get it done. If we need to get it done, then we'll get it done. All right, second one. Boys and girls should be raised the same way. What are your thoughts on that? But like aside from like those things that are specific to their gender, do you think boys and girls should be raised the same?
I guess. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, sorry. I guess where this question is coming from, it's more of like it's okay for boys to play rough with other boys because boys will be boys. I think comes from that statement, like how some things are acceptable because they're boys, and then a lot of things aren't acceptable because they're girls.
Oh, I mean, I think I had this conversation with Carlo. Like he asked me, oh, like, what if a girl wants to join the football team, but then like, how like our bodies are built or like our body type is different, but then I don't know.
I think those things are kind of like out of your guys' control.
Oh,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? But the things that you can control, when say that you have a boy and a girl, of your own, your child. Do you think you'll raise them differently based on their gender?
I hope not. I don't know. I'll find out.
Yeah. For me, I think boys and girls should be raised the same. Of course, like we mentioned already, that there are some cases that would be out of our control, as well as, the different needs and body parts that they have. So they'll need different things. But when it comes to like morality and like, and just like raising a kid, I think it should be the same. And I think that's how I would treat it too. If I were to have a boy and a girl, I think the only difference would probably be if it's like based off of their personalities, like obviously if I have a boy and then he likes to do this task versus the girl likes to do this thing as a hobby instead, then, you know, we'll tailor their interests. But when it comes to the overall dynamic in our family, I would consider them equal. Cool.
That's going to be interesting when we have kids.
I know. Because we're saying this all now, but we don't know what it's like.
I feel like I'm going to panic and then I'm going to end up raising them like my parents.
Oh, no.
I mean, I turned out fine, right? I don't know. Cheers.
Cheers. All women want guys that are 6 feet or taller.
These statements are like so one-sided. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I
disagree. What is your preference though?
Taller than 5'2",
because it's how tall you are.
Yeah. I mean, if the guy was shorter, I mean, Carlo's tall, so, and I'm married basically. But I mean, if we weren't, I don't think that should matter, because I think I had a crush growing up on a shorter guy.
Yeah.
But
at least luckily in that case, I'm assuming you were younger, so they haven't even reached puberty.
I mean, I was taller than Carlo.
Oh, yeah, at one point, right? When you guys started dating?
No. No. When we were way younger, but
yeah.
I mean, you know, it was cool that Carlo was taller. I was like, cool.
Yeah, I would say no. I don't think all women really care about height. I mean, obviously there are women out there who actually do look at that, and there are other women, just from people I know, like they just don't really care about height. Yeah. Me personally, yeah, it's either be for a guy. If I were to date a guy, I would say at least be the same height as me or taller. That's it. But yeah, I'm only like 5'4.25".
How tall is Camille? She's shorter?
She's shorter.
Right?
Yeah, I think she's like 5'3".
Are you big spoon or little spoon?
Both.
Oh, you're both? Okay, yeah. Me too. Imagine me just like holding Carlo. Yeah. Like how awkward that was. So if it was a shorter guy, it'd be easier to be a big spoon.
Yeah. Majority of the time I'm little spoon. I like being cuddled.
Yeah. I think we're 50-50 right now.
I guess it just depends on which way we're facing. So the next one is all women want to be married and have babies.
Oh, I totally disagree with that. There's so many women I've talked to or that I'm friends with too that don't want kids. They don't want to get married. And that's fine. Because I even had that. I mean, not the married part, but when I was younger, I didn't want kids for the longest time. Like at a certain point in your life, like your values change, you know? And then all of a sudden, you're going to get married and possibly have kids.
Yeah. For me, yeah, I mean, I think that's always been my thing, that I've always wanted to get married and have children. However, like you said, like I know people who don't want to, and like that's completely, like I respect that, like it's fine. Everyone just has like their own personal like values, right? And so I guess I was raised in a way to where, you know, that was always like, that's supposed to be the end goal.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Supposed to, in quotations, supposed to be the end goal. But now as I get older, I realize that, you know, that shouldn't be the end of your story, right? Or should be the end of like, you know, your accomplishments or your goals and whatnot. All women have insecurities.
I mean, from my point of view, I have so many insecurities. So, yeah. If you're a woman out there with no insecurity, like, that's cool.
I feel like everyone has insecurities. Yeah. But I feel like also that, you know, people or like society, especially like back then, it was more tailored, or it was more known that women have insecurities, you know. I don't know why that was, but I mean, everyone has insecurities, but it's just like not a lot of people talk about those insecurities because they're insecure about it.
Oh shit. I see what you did there. I think that is still true. What? I feel like
people still
say that about women, or I feel it in the air. I don't know if I've heard it, but like I think when guys joke around, like typical lady like women, like they're insecure, don't know what for.
Oh,
you know that song?
No.
Oh, I don't even know if I sang it right. I think it was a One Direction song.
Oh, okay.
I think they were singing about a girl. I assumed, but if they weren't, they're still talking about someone with an insecurity.
I mean, Yeah, every male, men, women, female, kids, children, dogs. Actually, I don't know about animals, but yeah, all got insecurities.
I think Zuko has some.
Really? What is he? What is he?
He looks like timid sometimes. It's adorable.
If you guys don't know Zuko, Zuko is Ashley's dog. Ashley's family dog.
Nephew.
Your nephew. Women look down upon men who don't pay on the first date. Or I guess we could also say like women expect men to pay on the first date.
I've heard this a lot. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it depends on the guy, but it'd be nice. I don't even remember. I'm trying to think back to when me and Carlo would go on dates, and I don't remember who paid.
Would you expect him to pay though?
Probably.
Yeah. Because he's a guy?
I guess so. Yeah. But I mean, if I had to pay, like, it wouldn't be a big deal.
So this came from the video that I was like watching, and one of the guys made like a great statement. You know, it's whoever asks should pay.
That's what I would think.
But on a first date, I think it's still the same. Whether it's even if it was like a heterosexual date, you know, whoever asked out who on the date or who planned it and whatnot, that person should pay because you're asking them.
That's what I was thinking too. Like, I showed up. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, that makes sense.
Unless like they offered, you know, to pay them, like, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Or like, okay, also, do you just want to split it? You know, whatever works. Women should be the ones to stay at home and care for their children and never the father.
Never. I don't know about never.
So in the case of like, say you and Carlo had a child and then you guys didn't have anybody to watch your kid.
Yeah.
And then you would be the one to like take off work for like a month or like a year long to watch the child.
I wouldn't mind that.
But in terms of like the statement, like they should never be the ones to take off work to watch their kid.
Like be a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
I mean, if Carlo really wanted to do that, I would let him. But I wouldn't want to work either. But that's a lot of work in itself.
Yeah.
I don't want to put Carlo under the bus, but he did make a comment and I like checked him real quick about that. I don't know why he was talking about our future. We were just dating.
Yeah.
And then he said, like, you're going to be a stay-at-home mom. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm going to work.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a career. And now that I'm in my career, I really wouldn't mind, like, being a stay-at-home mom. And also because, like, I've got so used to watching I was going to say my parents' kids, my siblings. But, I mean, I would obviously need a refresher. It's different with your own, but I don't think it should just be never. I think the father should also think about that. Like, they should also consider taking off work. And then if, like, he really doesn't want to and, like, the woman is comfortable with that, then it depends on your relationship.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the way I think about it is, like, who makes the most money? And whoever makes the most money should continue to work.
Oh, yikes.
You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense, right? Like, financially.
Right. That's how I would think about it. I think also it's important to the child, too. So, like, who's more responsible and who's more capable of watching a kid on their own, right?
Yeah.
So I guess that's also another factor to think about when deciding on who's going to take the time off and stay at home and watch the kid. On the same topic, or kind of backing of what I was talking about in terms of like money, this one is women are embarrassed if their partner makes less than them. I
disagree. I wouldn't be embarrassed.
Same.
They might feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
But they shouldn't feel embarrassed.
This statement's kind of like geared towards like how things were back then.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like how women would flaunt like, oh yeah, my husband makes X amount of money and whatnot. Because like men were supposed to back in the day seem to provide for the family and whatnot. So if like, their partner, wife or whatnot, whatever, wouldn't make more money, then it's kind of embarrassing, I guess. But yeah, I agree with you. I don't really care. Okay. Then I could be like, I got a sugar mama, I got sugar daddy, what's good?
Yeah, that's true.
Just two more. Women expect men to do all the heavy lifting, like physically, so such as like carrying the tire, carrying groceries, moving the furniture, or like any heavy load.
I feel like when I was lifting earlier in my life, I was okay with carrying stuff. Now I'm like, can you carry this? Can you carry that?
Yeah.
So what was the statement again?
Women expect men to do all the heavy lifting.
I guess. I guess.
Now, I think I'm the opposite, just because I've been always the type of person to think like, oh, I am a female. I don't need no man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could do this by myself. So even when like, I don't know, I guess it's also like my ego that gets in it too. Like, so if I'm like carrying something super heavy and then some guy or whatever like, oh, can I help you with that? I'm like, nah, I can do this myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't expect guys to do all the heavy lifting, but of course, obviously there's going to be some times where I'm not physically capable. But even before I even ask for help, I'll probably try and figure it out for myself, like use a dolly or something, or near. But yeah, I like the assistance. I will say though, most of the time when the times that Camille and I had moved from apartment to apartment, we mainly asked guys.
Oh, that's smart.
But not thinking that like our women friends are incapable, but just by the people that we know, just from the women that we do know, they wouldn't even really want to do it.
Yeah. Damn. That just reminded me of whenever we had to move stuff, my dad would be like, everyone help me.
Mm-hmm.
And, we're mostly girls.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out, right?
Yeah. Okay, this is the last one right here. All women would rather go to a spa than do physical activities, such as like playing sports, hiking, or gym, or like not wanting to get dirty in general.
Shit. I mean, I already feel like I know what you're going to say, but I've been thinking lately of going to a spa. I've never been.
Oh, you've never been?
No. What? That's why I've never done an activity like that before.
Oh,
I've been to the gym.
Yeah.
But I've been to a yoga class.
Yeah.
But that's not, if I had the opportunity to, I would go
to
a spa. But like, yeah, everyone always wants to do physical activities. So I do that.
Dang. But we gotta go to a spa then.
Yeah, we should.
It's hella fun.
I want to go during our
in Hawaii
bachelorette.
Yeah, dude,
it's like one of the things I want to do. Like, we have to do it.
Yeah, no, let's do it. I'm hella down. I'm about both. Like, I like doing both. I mean, I think I've only been to one spa, but I do like getting massages, going to like getting nails, and like any of those like pampering things. I think it's important to have both, actually. Yeah. Actually, if the option were presented, say that you asked me to go to a spa, and then like Abel asks me to go hiking one day, I'd probably choose the spa.
Because you already did the hiking?
Yeah, because I think it's less common for me to go to a spa, right? Yeah. Same in your case, like most of the time we're already doing something fun that's active. Because it's cheaper, right? But like going to a spa, you have to spend a lot of money, and it's only every now and then, so it's whatever. Yeah.
You know what sounds good? We go on a hike and then end it at the spa.
Hell yeah.
And then a buffet.
Yeah. Shit. Heck yeah. Well, that wraps up this episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like I said, Ashley and I are only speaking from our own experiences because we can only speak for ourselves. So if you would like to comment anything on your point of views based off of like anything that we talked about, feel free to do so. Rate our podcast so we know that we're doing well and we should continue to do this. Leave a comment, leave a like, follow us on all of our social media platforms, which is Instagram.
Oh, Instagram.
That's it.
Wait, is it really?
Instagram and YouTube. I think that's the only socials we have.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
Yeah, I just suck at social. Like, I haven't even been on, I have like 7 like misread messages on Instagram just because I just haven't been on Instagram, but I see it there.
Oh, I think
probably I'll check it today, I guess. But
it's okay. Don't stress yourself out.
Yeah. I feel like less and less I'm using social media.
Yeah.
Aside from just like going on YouTube in general. But sorry for the last minute rant. But
yeah,
Cheers to you guys. Ashley, do you have any last words?
I don't know. I just had fun doing this kind of episode. So maybe we'll have a part 2 and bring on some guests.
I think we can do a guy's version next.
Oh, so we could interview some guys.
That's it from us, guys. Cheers.
Cheers. See you next week.
See you next week.
You are just drinking with the Sips No Secrets podcast.
We upload every Thirsty Thursday on Anchor, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, so don't forget to follow us there.
And if we're your new favorite drinking buddies, don't forget to follow us on our Instagram at Sips No Secrets and DM us with questions or topics you would like us to cover in future episodes.
Lastly, please leave a review if you enjoyed this episode. We would greatly appreciate it. Cheers!